For some reason, Fox News host Tucker Carlson got to travel to South Korea with Donald Trump when Donald Trump decided to cross over into the demilitarized zone into North Korea to meet with leader Kim Jong-un. And on Sunday morning, Tucker Carlson gave a call-in interview to Fox and Friends where he offered one of the most insane defenses of Kim Jong-un's brutal dictatorial regime. Here it is.
That's the type of thing that does make some people nervous, though. President Trump recently made a comment about having a certain type of good chemistry with Kim Jong-un. And that may be true, but when you're talking about someone who has been responsible for so many human rights abuses, does he run a risk with that kind of language of A, coming off to Kim Jong-un like he's pandering to him to an extent, or B, upsetting the American public that elected a president that they want to stand firm and be tough on those human rights violations and stand firm on American principles, which exist in virtually complete contrast to how the North Korean regime is run?
Yeah, I mean, there's no defending the North Korean regime, which is a monstrous regime. It's the last really Stalinist regime in the world. It's a disgusting place, obviously, and so there's no defending it. On the other hand, you know, you got to be honest about what it means to lead a country. It means killing people, not on the scale that the North Koreans do, but a lot of countries commit atrocities, including a number that we're closely allied with. So, you know, I'm not a relativist or anything, but it's important to be honest about that. And it's not necessarily a choice between, you know, the evil people and the great people. It's a choice most of the time between the bad people and the worst people. And that's just kind of the nature of life and certainly the nature of power.
You know, my favorite part about that little clip right there is the fact that he's like, of course you can't defend them. They're awful. It's horrible over there. It's filthy. On the other hand, I mean, that's literally, he goes, on the other hand, sometimes you just got to kill people, right? You just got to go out there and mow them down, I guess, like weeds that have overgrown in your lawn. Right, Tucker? And I guess that makes it okay. Or the fact that the U.S. is also friendly with other regimes who do the same thing, like Saudi Arabia. Like, that makes this okay? No! It is not okay in any capacity. And in fact, that is why former presidents refuse to go over there to talk to him, because they know what a psychopath he truly is. Donald Trump, on the other hand, says, I'm going to do this because nobody else could do it. Oh, no. They could have. They were smart enough not to. And now I'm not saying that we shouldn't have some kind of relations with North Korea, but those relations need to come in the form of demands that he treat his people with dignity, that he stop murdering them, and that he releases all those political prisoners from those concentration camps that he's running. That's the kind of thing that we need to have with North Korea. Once they do that, then sure, let's sit down at the table, let's meet for dinner, let's do whatever the hell we want, and have these good diplomatic talks. But not until you make those concessions. As it stands right now, Kim Jong-un has not done a single thing that Donald Trump set out to get him to do. On the other hand, the United States has pulled back some of our activities in the area. We've reduced the number of military exercises we're doing with South Korea. You know, we've gone against the will of both South Korea and Japan over the last year, who've said, please don't do this, please don't give in to their demands. But Trump said, no, I'm going to do it anyway, because North Korea is super serious about reducing their nuclear capabilities. But, they've actually been increasing those. And now they're testing more missiles that could hit South Korea or Japan. The very people who were worried that North Korea was going to make missiles that could hit South Korea or Japan if the United States pulled out. Trump has given North Korea everything they want. And Tucker coming out and saying like, oh, well, yeah, sometimes you got to kill people. These men are insane. Both Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump. And you know what? Let's go ahead and throw Tucker Carlson in there too. This is an insane defense of a madman who murders people just because. I mean, let's not forget the reports that came out recently that Kim Jong-un at a airport runway in North Korea actually killed the people who were present at the last meeting he had with Donald Trump because he thought one of them was a spy. Killed him on the runway, according to reports. And this is the kind of guy that Tucker Carlson's defending. It's the kind of guy that Donald Trump is shaking his hand and having a very awkward walk with. And I mean that in quite a literal sense. They were both walking like something had happened to their legs. It was very weird to watch. But nonetheless, this is not the kind of guy that should be our friend. This is the kind of person who seriously needs to revamp his country before anyone should take him seriously. That's what past presidents believed. That's what most other countries in the world believe. But not Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson, because they understand that sometimes you just got to kill some folks, right? Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.